Hey, what's up? This is the Arrowhead Addict halftime show, Arrowhead Addict podcast. Patrick Allen Matt Verderame. We are brought to you by KC Beer. Check out KC Beer. They're the official beer makers of the Arrowhead Addict podcast. And God knows we need some KC Beer right now because the Kansas City Chiefs have their heads so far up their ass, they might not be able to find their way out of the locker room to play the second half. Matt Verderame, why don't you break down that dumpster fire for everybody?
They suck. That's how I break down the first half of that game. 18 carries for the Broncos, 111 yards. Locke has 35 of them. Gordon's averaging 10 yards a carry. Locke has 2 rushing touchdowns. He's also 4 of 10 for 27 yards in this game. And the Chiefs just can't figure out how to stop this team. Can't do it. Can't manage to get it done. Offensively, Mahomes is averaging, 5 yards a clip? He's 15 to 26 for 131. The first drive looked really good. They were bailed out by the fact that a Broncos player just dropped a wide open interception because Byron Pringle just doesn't know how to run a route, which he did twice on that drive. And then they get off the field, second 3 and out, and Zane Anderson, who's the same guy who a week ago took a holding penalty 5 yards behind the play on a touchdown that got called back, just mauls their punter and gets a 15-yard personal foul. But I will say this. That was as dumb of a penalty as you'll ever have. The Broncos still have to go 50 yards. And Kansas City just lets them walk down the field like they're not even on it. Then they get the ball back. They go right down the field 80 yards again. It almost looks like the Chiefs just don't care about this game, which if that's the case is a disgrace considering how much you need to win this game in a lot of ways.
Right. Do you want to not be the 2 seed? Do you want to get one home playoff game and then have to go on the road for the rest of the way? You already blew the number 1 seed. They're walking around out there like a bunch of zombies. They're not tackling. They're taking bad angles. They're lethargic. They don't look like they care. I mean, they're stuffing Williams in the backfield, but they can't even bring him down. 4 or 5 guys come in. They're just escorting him out of bounds. Like, what the hell are they doing? I gotta say, man, and I love this player. He's an awesome player. What the hell was L'Jarius Sneed doing on that Drew Lock run in the end zone? He was a yard from the end zone, and I rewound it. I watched it 5 times. I have no idea. I can't figure out what he was doing. He just pulled up and let Drew Lock walk into the end zone.
It was Drew Lock, a business decision at the goal line.
Drew Lock, he could have broken Drew Lock in half. I don't care. He's at the goal line. I don't care if he's still going to end up getting in. But lower your head and nail that guy in his midsection. Make him think about the next time he wants to pull that ball down. He can't throw it to anybody. My God, Cortland Sutton has almost as many passing yards as Drew Lock. The fact that Drew Lock has 20 yards passing and the Chiefs are losing by 4 points to this team on the road is just, they should be so embarrassed. And if they don't come out in the locker from that locker room absolutely furious and smack Denver in the mouth, I don't. How can this team go on a Super Bowl run? I mean, for goodness sake.
Look, I'm not going to start getting into what they'll be like in the playoffs because this team, I don't think these things correlate. Like the Chiefs can come out next week and win by 40. But I will say this. It's a horrible look. It is a horrible look. And I got to say, I don't normally get on the coaching staff a ton. I just believe a lot of times the players play and you've got to execute. And that Andy Reid and Spags, they've got rings. There's a reason for it. But my God, Steve Spagnuolo, how many fucking times does Ben Neiman have to be on the field 3rd down? Get him the fuck off the field. Put Willie Gay in the game.
Who's the only one who's made a play in this game, by the way.
Oh, my God. Get him off the field. It is beyond obnoxious. You've got a quarterback who's run for more yards than he's thrown for. Willie Gay is built to spy a guy like that, handle a tight end. Nope. Nowhere to be found. I understand why Bolton gets pulled off the field on 3rd down. I get it. Willie Gay is literally built to play 3rd down. And the Chiefs are just nope. Ben Neiman and Dan Sorensen. My God, how dumb are you? Get Willie Gay on the field. So that's one thing. The other thing, offensively, if Tyreek Hill's hurt, then don't play him. If he is hurt, then get him on the field. What are we doing? What are we doing? Either you play him and he's healthy or he's not healthy and you sit him. This idea that it's kind of the middle ground is just bullshit. Play him or don't play him. but don't split the baby on this one. I mean, come on. Like,
Right.
it's just – and then at the end of the half, and I'll shut up, the end of the half with them, and they do this every game. You have 30 seconds. You're on 15-yard line. And they're like gunning out like swing passes. Either chuck it or take a knee. The
Right.
worst thing that could happen is him getting sacked and fumbling or throwing a pick or somebody gets hurt. The Chiefs didn't even try to score that, which, by the way, is fine. I would have taken a knee the second they got the ball, frankly, especially the way the field is. It's like an ice rink. But it's just like they do this every game. Every single game with this at the end of the half, and they have no chance to score. And it's just, it didn't hurt him in the end, but it is mind-numbing. It is so dumb. And it's something that happens every week.
Yeah. If this is your first time at the Arrowhead Addict YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate your support. We'll be here after the game for a post-game show. Hit that thumbs up button. Lots of great content, lots of angry content for you to commiserate with when the Chiefs play like this. I mean, it's just so embarrassing. And I think it does say a lot about this team's mentality. I know it's the last game of the season, and it well, maybe it doesn't show how they'll play in the playoffs. But you know what? After that game last week, they had to have been so pissed off. You should be coming out in this game against Denver. And I said it on the post-game show. I'm like, what are they going to do to Denver? They've got to be so pissed off after losing that game, losing the number 1 seed after all they've been through. And then they come out and they play like this. I mean, Drew Lock is 4 of 10 for 27 yards. He's averaging 2.7 yards per carry. And Spagnuolo is blitzing him on 3rd and 4. And they're just not covering the tight end because, we got to make sure we get Drew Lock rattled. We don't want Drew Lock to carve us up. We better send the house. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just cover everybody and send Chris Jones up the middle, he gets a huge bonus if he gets another sack. Like, it's just Mahomes is leading the Chiefs in rushing yards, by the way. It's a disaster.
As per the usual, by the way, they blitzed like 19 guys on that play. And I got to give credit. Mike Hughes made a great play. A great play. Because there's nobody home other than Mike Hughes on that play. And it's like, did you see how long it took Drew Lock to get to the line and make a call? They were not going down the field. The only thing you can't do is give him a big play. Look, if you said to me, who do you think is going to win this game? I would still pick Kansas City because they're just so much better than them. Like, and it's still a 4-point game. Like, I think the Chiefs will just find a way to figure it out and a win. But it's just the point of it, you know. And it's also got to be said, the game does turn. Robert, the game's on. It's on ESPN. The game turned on what was just a mind-numbing penalty. Like, I have a question on that. Either Dave Tobe called a punt block, which I don't think he did because nobody else was in like that. So I don't think that was the case. Okay. I do not think Tobe did that. Or Anderson just decided, like, no, I got a shot. I'm just going to go for it. Bro, what are you doing? Set a return up. And guys, look, I get the anger. I understand. Well, obviously, look at me. I'm pissed. But like, you can't, the answer is not to just fire everybody. Like, they're 11-5. They've got the back-to-back Super Bowls. But the answer is to be critical of the things where they've made mistakes. And to me, they've all made mistakes in this game. I don't understand why Anderson's even playing in this game after the crap show we saw last week. Like, they have nobody else, nobody who can play on a punt return, nothing. I don't get it.
Yeah.
The defense. My God, the only way you're losing this game is them running the football. That is it. He can't throw for a foot. He's awful. He is so bad. And the Chiefs are just like, it's all right. 6 in the box. Dime deep. Oh, my God. Why are you in dime on second down? Like, play the run. They stink throwing the ball. And then the offensive side of it, I just do not understand at the end of the half. Some of the decisions they make are just mind-blowing. Like, I will never understand the thought process when you know that you can just take a knee. You're getting the ball out of half. That's it. And Joe, I'm not doom and gloom, man. I'm just saying it's annoying. Look, for 2 months, we've been singing all their praises. And even after last week, I came on here and said, look, I'm not killing them. They lost to a good team on the road. They didn't play well. It happens. This half of football, it's not the end of the world, but it's a shitty half of football. And I'm not going to come on here and say, it's okay.
Yeah.
The 2 seed matters. It matters. Like, can you play like it matters? It's just been awful football.
Yeah. You know what this is, and I appreciate it. We try to be as even keeled as we can, but this is the Arrowhead Addict podcast. We're fans. When they play well, we're going to come on here and tell you that. When they play like shit, we're going to come on here and tell you that. And we're probably going to be a little bit animated because we want the team to win. So that's just so you know, that's what you're getting. You're always going to get it straight from this podcast. We're not going to be sitting here being diplomatic. If we think people played like crap, we're going to say they think they played like crap. And I mean, the Denver Broncos had the most pitiful offense maybe ever in the first half throwing the football, and the Chiefs are losing by 4, and they have Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. I agree with you. Get Tyreek Hill, nail him to the bench. If he can't play, if he's hurt, get him out of there. I don't want him getting hurt for the playoffs. And just go out there. First of all, figure out how to run the ball. Darrell Williams has 7 carries for 17 yards, 2 points. This team is not good at stopping the run. And
right. I mean,
and they've got guys out in the secondary. The Chiefs should be smoking.
They're missing 3 or 4 starters in the secondary.
Yeah.
And by the way, though, I will say, and then we're going to go because we're coming back to the game. This highlights this game when Hill's not in there. Like, they are just a mess at receiver. Hardman is hit and miss. Pringle, I actually think, has done a very good job this year, but he's had a weird first half. He's had a couple of miscommunications. Robinson, by the way, Demarcus Robinson on that one ball where he caught the ball and he's just holding it out. Like, what are you doing? Year
Shopping
6,
for bread,
boys
apparently.
and girls. Year 6.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going to be back after the game. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. We'll be back after the game. Do us a favor. If you want to support this podcast, give at KC Beer Co. a shout on Twitter. Let them know you heard about them on the Arrowhead Addict halftime show. We hope we're a lot happier after the game. We'll see you guys then. Thanks for your support. This is the Arrowhead Addict podcast. Go Chiefs.